You had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in a music video.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that you guys have become friends somehow, and I would just love to hear that story because that seemed a little bit random, but I
Sure.
love it.
No, it's
Love
okay.
it.
Well,
It
was
was-
he one of the guys though? That was.
That's what I was
no,
going to say.
oh,
You
no.
get away from my wife.
No, but I promise you, dude. Yeah, I told him once. I was like, if you ever want to wrestle, dude, I will wrestle your ass quick. But I mean, it would just be so fun to get your ass kicked by Dwayne Johnson.
It
But
would
anyway,
be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great story, but okay, it was really kind of random, but I don't. So I believe in randomness, but I don't believe in coincidence. Okay, I think that I honestly believe this, and I don't. It doesn't matter what anybody else believes. This is just what I believe. I believe that God puts you on certain little paths along the way, and I know that for a fact because I just felt it in my heart. I was like, man, this was definitely supposed to happen. I hate valet parking. I don't like people to touch my car, even if it's a rental car, because if they scratch it, I pay for it. And if they scratch one of my own cars, which I'm like, I grew up so damn poor. I grew up with no money and living in a trailer park. So every single thing that I have, I try to keep as nice as possible, almost to an obsessive, unhealthy manner. And like even my wife and everybody is like, oh my God, like you're doing so good. Why do you worry about things like that? Well, when you come from nothing and you have nothing growing up, theoretically, you take care of what little things you do have. And so that's just the way I am. I just got to where I smoke cigars in my truck, and I'm like real white trash now, you know. So, but anyway, but the point is I hate valet parking, and I was getting my car ticket to get my car at a valet place in Los Angeles. That was the only place I could. Yeah, it's the only way you could park. And we were walking out, and the same time he was going to get his car out of valet, and the kids, of course, were like, "Oh my God, it's The Rock! Can we? You think you could get? We could." We got to get a picture. So I don't really care. I don't get impressed by people, and I just don't get that. So I said, hey, Brock, would you mind getting a picture with my kids? And he was like, yeah, of course, brother. So then we started talking, and we like struck up this conversation, and like 45 minutes into the conversation, standing there with the valet guys and all the cars and the whole thing, and people coming in and out. We're just chilling in the parking lot. We're talking about country music and Hank Jr. and Merle Haggard and all these things, and I still had not told him who I was or what I had done. And again, he's a globally famous guy. I would never expect him to know any of my music or who I was, and I don't care. And Kelly's like, he's the Buy Me a Boat guy. He's a country singer, Grand Ole Opry member. And then at that point, which I'm glad she did, because then he put two and two together. He meets a lot of people. He put two and two together, and he was like, oh, gosh, like, oh, my gosh. So then that took the friendship further immediately, you know, as you may think it would. And then later that night, I'm sitting there, and I get like this random text at midnight, and it's him, and he is scrolling through all of my catalog of songs. And he knew the hits, but I mean, he was going like deep into like B-sides, right? And the message starts out, and he's singing my favorite song, one of my favorite songs I've ever written. I open my shows with forever, and probably will always, is called Redneck Life. It was never on the radio, it was never a big hit, but it's a cult anthem within people. And like Party Pete's here, he's one of my nearest, dearest friends and fans for a lot of years, and you can attest. People know the words. They sing it just like they sing Buy Me a Boat. It's like it might as well be the same thing. So he was singing Redneck Life, and I was like, man, okay, this is pretty awesome. And we went back and forth on the phone for probably an hour or two. And we started talking about doing something musically together really quick. And I said, hey, I got this video coming up for What You See Is What You Get. Would you like to join me? I just didn't have anything else to offer him at the moment. And so I said, would you like to join me? And he said yes. And so he joined the video. We met in Texas, and we filmed it right outside of Dallas. And, man, you know, celebrities take a lot of heat from people who love them and people who hate them. And I will tell you that there are two celebrities in my life, three actually, that I just hold near and dear to my heart because they are exactly who you think they are. They're good people. They're really good people. One is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. One is Bret Michaels of Poison. And the other one is Blake Shelton. He is a good person. And those are three of my closest friends that are wildly famous and actually globally famous at this point, meaning that you can go anywhere in the world and somebody recognizes them. And so, you know, it's not just American country singer. It's we can go anywhere and people know who I am kind of thing. So kind of a long story, but it's needed to be told. Dwayne's a great guy. He loves country music, and he knows more traditional country than anybody in this room and anybody I know. More hands down than anybody.